Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. You're watching Careers with Sudhir, and this is going to be an extremely important video for all those students who are aspiring to be engineers, right? Many of you would have given the JEE, the first one in January and the second one right now in April. Many of you would have done extremely well. Some of you may not have done very well. So you would be looking at, I still want to be an engineer. I'm not getting through a good rank in JEE, or I have not qualified for JEE Advanced as per my January percentile. What are the other options I have? So this video is going to be focusing on that. There's another aspect I will tell you about. What happens is that आजकल के जमाने में the most sought after stream is the computer science course. In fact, many courses, streams like a civil, chemical, not mechanical, electrical, electronic and communication में फिर भी आ जाते हैं. Mechatronics, which is a combination of mechanical and electronics वगैरह में भी आ जाते हैं. Robotics, AI, these are the most sought after. But there are many courses which are not getting that much of traction because वहाँ पे jobs इतने available नहीं है. In fact, even in computer science, the entire it's a very crowded market out there because we are producing, India as a country is producing too many engineers right now, too many computer science engineers right now. However, what I'm going to point out are six options, six top private engineering colleges whose entrance examinations you must give if you aspire to be an engineer और आपका JEE इतना अच्छा नहीं किया. So if I have flopped JEE, what are my options? That's what this particular video is going to be talking about. Don't look at this AI generated image because उसमें institute का spelling गलत हो गया है. Anyway, so before I get into the six ones, there are at least 4 state entrance examination. और अगर आपका domicile है in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, in Telangana or in West Bengal, you could look at the entrance examinations which are conducted by these states. इनमें से कुछ का आई थिंक कर्नाटका का लास्ट डेट हो गया होगा कमेंट के वगैरह का, बट यू कुड लुक एट डिटेल्स ऑफ द 4 स्टेट एग्जामिनेशंस. लाइक तेलंगाना का एमसेट होता है, वेस्ट बंगाल का WBJEE होता है, महाराष्ट्र का MHCET होता है, कर्नाटका का कॉमेट के होता है. यू कुड लुक एट बिकॉज इसके अंदर देर आर मेनी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस which are absolutely top class. They're as good as some of the top private engineering colleges. So you could look at these options very closely if you have a domicile in any of these 4 states. I've mentioned these 4 states in particular because यहाँ पे सबसे बेहतरीन colleges हैं. Okay, now let's look at the different private engineering colleges which you could look at if you want a non-IIT, non-NIT option. The first one in this list is the Manipal Institute of Technology and Science, popularly known as BITS. What is BITS all about? Let's do a deep dive into BITS. I'll give you all the information that you need, and further on, you could much of this information is actually taken from the different websites, also from my own private understanding. In fact, when Teju was preparing for BITS and she had qualified for one of the streams, which we did not take subsequently, this was the book that she had kind of was going through. So I just found it in my book collection out here. So in BITS, the entrance examination is called BITSAT. Please look at the last date. I'm not sure. I have not seen that carefully. It has 4 campuses. Pilani is the top campus, Goa, Hyderabad, and also in Dubai, and I think they are now opening a 5th campus. I read somewhere in Mumbai. In 2025, it is to be. इसका last date का मुझे पता नहीं. I think the exam is in 2 sessions. 2 times you can attempt, May 26 to 30 and June 22 to 26. So you can take 2 attempts of BITS. Now, the higher score will be considered for admission. You can attempt either once or both times. Okay, so that during the application process, you need to take that call. How is the difficulty level of BITS? It is moderately high. Okay, it's not as high as JEE, but JEE is thoda sa kam, but it is considered to be quite tough. It has also a logical reasoning and an English section. In fact, if you see this book, there is an English section also as far as BITS is concerned. Okay. So over, and the competition काफी तगड़ा रहता है. 3 lakh students plus attempt examination. I think the number this time or last time was some 3.18 lakh or something. Okay. The fees, again, not a very cheap college. 20 lakhs total tuition fees over 4 years. Yeah, this can become aage piche. It's like plus minus 1 lakh kind of thing. You can take it like that. These are all approximate figures. Then you have the hostel and mess, which will be 75,000 to 1 lakh approximately. This again can vary a little bit. What are the courses offered? Be in computer science, electrical, electronic communication, mechanical, civil, chemical, etc. They have something called the dual degree program. Okay. Science and engineering combined, wherein you can actually get 2 degrees. This is what Teju had also got. We didn't take it, which would be for 5 years. In fact, I know 2 people. One Teju's classmate from school who is doing a chemistry plus BTech, and my school friend's son who is doing it in BITS Goa. This first person is doing it in Hyderabad campus. BITS Goa, he's doing with mathematics. Okay, so those kind of combinations are also available in BITS. So you could do an MSc and a BE combination. You get both degrees over 10 semesters, which is 5 years. So that is again an option that you could exercise. We didn't do it in Teju's case. The placement, you start at around 12 to 14 lakh. Now this again can be a little erroneous for all the colleges because today's job market is not very good. I don't know how it will be in 2026 or 2028, 29, 30, etc. But right now the job market across India for most engineering colleges not looking very great, including the IITs. Okay. For computer science, you get this. But if you have done a chemical civil, your starting package would be a little low. Okay. Strong placement across all campuses. BITS has a good thing. But again, BITS Pilani ka weightage is a little higher than BITS Hyderabad or a BITS Goa. So it also depends on which campus you have actually graduated from. They take about 3,000 again campuses, but of these about 1,000 is in Pilani itself. The remaining 2,000 are in the other campuses. Okay. Compared to IITs and NITs, it is considered better than many of the newer IITs and the lower NITs, especially when it comes to computer science. It is on par with the old NITs like an NIT Warangal, NIT Surathkal, NIT Rourkela or NIT Trichy, which are the top 4 NITs in core branches, and they have a very good alumni network that really helps. Okay, so that is as far as BITS Pilani is concerned. I hope you've got an idea about BITS Pilani. I mean, it's called BITS Pilani, but as I said, Goa, Hyderabad, Dubai campuses also. The second one is the Vellore Institute of Technology, popularly known as VIT. This is an AI generated image, so don't go by this. This is not their emblem. Okay, I just found it colorful, so I just use this. Now, VIT again, like BITS, has many campuses. Okay, they have a campus in Vellore in Tamil Nadu, in the northern part of Tamil Nadu. They have a campus in Chennai, which is about 25 kilometers from the airport. They have a campus in Bhopal. They have a campus in Amravati in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, but their main campus is Vellore. That's where, just like BITS Pilani, VIT Vellore is considered the main hub as far as VIT is concerned. The entrance, how do you get admission here? Now, all of them would also consider your JEE main marks, but they also conduct their own VIT entrance examination, which is called VIT EEE. इसका भी I think last date just about खत्म हुआ है. If I'm not sure, just check on that. They generally extend the dates also. The difficulty level is easy to moderate compared to BITS and compared to JEE, definitely much easier. Computer science in Vellore requires 95 percentile in VIT, about 2 to 3 lakh applications every year. The fees is about 1.75 lakh to India. Now varies by category and branch. Now, if you are in computer science in a Vellore, you will have to pay more than someone doing civil in a Bhopal or an Amravati. So depending on your stream, depending on your branch, which city you are in, the fees will also vary. So you need to take this according to that. It will definitely vary. The hostel and mess is approximately this, because it also depends on whether the number of occupants, how many people, students in a room, whether it is an AC or a non-AC room, all that will also make a difference on your hostel charges. What are the courses? Of course, BTech in computer science, IT, mechanical, ECE, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, data science, cyber security. These are some of the courses offered. Placements 6 to 7 lakh. Again, in CS, the other streams would be lower, and quite a few companies offer here. Now, VIT has a slightly different way of admission, which you would also need to kind of look at, and whether you are comfortable with that. That is again something, but again, their entrance examination being the most important. 7,000 to 12,000 in BTech across all the campuses. All the 4 campuses, they take these many students. So in terms of number of students, it's quite a lot of competition on campus itself. So if you are comfortable with something like that, you could look at this. That's something which kind of makes VIT a little different from many of the other universities or colleges. Compared to, if you compare it with IITs and NITs, it is not really comparable to the old IITs, to the top NITs, but it is considered better than many of the new NITs and IITs, especially for CS and IT. Okay, so that is as far as VIT is concerned. The third college on this list is SRM. Again, an AI generated image, not very great, I must confess. The SRM Institute of Science and Technology, and like BITS and VIT, it also has many branches, many institutes in different parts of the country. Chennai itself has about, I think, about 3 centers: Trichy, Amravati, Sonipat, Modinagar, and Gangtok in Sikkim. Entrance is through the SRM entrance examination. Difficulty level is more towards easy. In fact, many students feel that SRM entrance examination is the easiest of the lot. Fees 10 to 18 lakh again for 4 years, but depends again on the branch and the course you are in. Hostel 1 lakh annually, but this again will depend on various factors. As I mentioned in the case of VIT, these are the courses which are offered. Many new generation fields like robotics, biomedical, AI, ML, computer science. Placements 4 to 6 lakh, 3 to 4. Intake is about 5,300 at its main campus in Chennai itself. Okay, compared to IITs and NITs, it's not considered on par with any IIT or NIT academically, but it's considered good for placement focused CS aspirants with lower JE ranks. So JE will also come into play, but essentially you need to clear their entrance examination with a good percentile. That of course becomes extremely important. Let's look at the fourth college. Now, this is the Shiv Nadar University. This is the new academic block in their Chennai campus. This is about 40 kilometers from Chennai. VIT comes first, VIT Chennai comes first, and then you go to SNU Chennai. Their older campus, the first one, SNU Shiv Nadar University, is in Greater Noida. Okay, and the second one is the Chennai campus, which started in 2021. So the 2025 batch is the first batch which is passing out. Shiv Nadar University in Noida started in 2011. So 2015 or something would have been their first batch. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15. Okay, so this is the Shiv Nadar University, the academic block. Let's look at the what is the Shiv Nadar University like. Their entrance examination is based on SNU SAT. The difficulty level is moderate, neither tough nor easy, but moderate. The SNU Chennai campus shares the campus with the SSN College of Engineering, which is over 25 years old and considered one of the best in Tamil Nadu. So a lot of the faculty, a lot of the resources are kind of shared, and that kind of gives Shiv Nadar University Chennai campus an edge, because you get to learn a lot from the SSN College of Engineering, also from seniors, etc. Right? So the fees is about 3 to 3.5 lakh rupees tuition approximately. Hostel, mess 1.5. Again, depends on AC, non-AC rooms, etc. These are the courses offered in IoT, AIDS, and cyber security. In IoT, they have 120 students. In AIDS, they have 120 students. In cyber security, they have 60 students. So intake is 300 per year. Noida, I am told, subject to correction, this is about 250 every year approximately. Placements 8 to 9 lakhs. But again, depends on what kind of company. There are companies who have hired at a very high salary of over 30 lakhs also, but there are companies which have hired even at 4 to 5 to 6 lakhs also. So the average is approximately that much. compared to IITs and NITs, academically superior to many new IITs and NITs. The SSN College of Engineering considered one of the best in Tamil Nadu. So that synergy helps. Someone like Ravichandran Ashwin is actually a pass out from the SSN College of Engineering, for those of you who may be interested. Okay, next let's move to the Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth. This again, all of them, you see, they have all different campuses across India. So this also has one in Coimbatore, in Amritapuri, in Bengaluru, Chennai, and Kochi. The entrance is through the AEE. About 50,000 students appear. The difficulty level is easy to moderate. Fees is 2 to 3 lakh per year. Hostel fees about 1 lakh per year approximately. The courses offered, again, pretty much the same: computer science, ACE, artificial intelligence, cyber security, EE, civil, mechanical, and aerospace. Placements, this is the placement thing. You see, compared to BITS, the others are at a little lower level. BITS, and then you have SNU, the others are all a little lower, is the general feeling you get. But as I said, the job market right now hasn't been the best. Compared to IITs and NITs, better than lower NITs, especially for South Indian students. Many students who are from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka prefer going to an Amrita. Also because there is a strong emphasis on values and academics. So there is a certain sense that, there will be the right kind of moral values will also be taught. So this is again preferred for those kind of reasons as well. The last one is the Manipal Institute of Technology, popularly known as MIT in this part of the world, which is in Karnataka, coastal Karnataka. They also have a very fancy campus in Jaipur. One of my schoolmates' sons passed out from MIT Jaipur. The entrance examination is the Manipal entrance test. The difficulty level is moderate. This is the fees, 3 to 4 lakh, hostel fees this much. The courses offered are all the core this thing, and the trending BTech courses, the CS, data science, AI, mechanical, etc. This is the average placement kind of levels that you get. The intake is about, now intake is quite high across campuses, 3,500 to 4,000 in different courses. You see, someone like a college like SNU, which is newer, is offering only in the computer science domain. But many of these other colleges offer from civil, chemical, aerospace, etc. different kind of courses. Compared to IITs and NITs, academically below top IITs and NITs, but offers brand value. Someone like Satya Nadella of Microsoft is from MIT. So it has the alumni network, it has the brand equity, and because Manipal is a huge educational center, it's a very vibrant place with lots of students pursuing different kinds of courses. So if you go to Manipal, which I have, you will find it's a very vibrant student community kind of a feel that you get. So if you want to be part of something like that, you could take a look at MIT Manipal also. So that is something which you could look at. So I would want you to share your the feedback, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for your attention. I hope this was of use to you. So we have done that one video on the non-NEET option. This video was on the non-JEE options. Look at the 4 state entrance examination. Look at this 6 private engineering examinations. VIT, the last date may be over, but the others would pretty much be there. So you could take a look at it. It would be worth your while. Take an informed decision. Go more in depth into it. Speak to some senior students. Speak to any faculty member who you may know. Speak to the parent of any child who may be studying at any of these institutes, so that you get direct feedback from those students and parents, and then take an informed decision and start working hard for these entrance examinations. Thank you very much. Tata, bye bye. Namaskar.